Buying a Nintendo Switch? Here's what you should pick: the console, cables, and extra. Contemplating shopping for a Nintendo Swap? It is useful to know what comes with the Nintendo Swap, Nintendo Swap Lite, and Nintendo Swap OLED mannequin, so you'll be able to funds accordingly for any extra equipment. We clarify the distinction between what comes bundled with every console. What's included with the Nintendo Swap? The unique Nintendo Swap is dearer than the Swap Gentle and cheaper than the Swap OLED mannequin. Here is a summary of what is within the field. Nintendo Swap Console. Crucial half. The Nintendo Swap Console is a bigger system than the Nintendo Swap Lite and has a removable display screen. It is barely smaller than the Nintendo Swap OLED mannequin. 2 Nintendo PleasureCon controllers. In contrast to the Nintendo Swap Lite, it is potential to detach the 2 PleasureCon controllers from the Nintendo Swap console, permitting you to make use of the controllers away from the console itself. It makes multiplayer gaming simpler, with some video games permitting gamers to make use of one PleasureCon every. Nintendo Swap Dock. The first distinction between the Nintendo Swap and the Nintendo Swap Lite is that it has potential to dock the Nintendo Swap, thereby permitting you to hook it as much as your TV. The console comes with a dock to do that, and it additionally doubles up as a charging station. Cables. The Nintendo Swap comes with an HDMI cable to attach it to a TV and an AC to USB-C charging cable for energy, and 2 wrist straps to connect to the PleasureCon controllers for security. What's included with the Nintendo Swap OLED mannequin? The Nintendo Swap OLED mannequin is the most costly of the swap units. It comes with a whole lot a daily swap comes with, however, with extra options and enhancements. It boasts a 7-inch OLED display screen, 64 GB of inside storage, a dock with a wired LAN port, and enhanced audio for handheld and tabletop play. The Swap OLED mannequin additionally comes with a large adjustable stand for tabletop mode. What's included with the Nintendo Swap Lite? The Nintendo Switch Lite is less expensive than the unique Nintendo Swap or the Nintendo Swap OLED mannequin, but additionally consists of far fewer equipment. It additionally has some limitations, comparable to the shortcoming to dock together with your TV and unremovable PleasureCons. Does Nintendo Swap Lite include video games? Formally it does not, however. Many retailers bundle video games with the Nintendo Swap Lite to make it an extra engaging play straight out of the field expertise. It is a much smaller listing than the unique Nintendo Swap console. Here is a take a look at what's within the field. The Nintendo Swap Lite console. The Nintendo Swap Lite console is smaller and lighter than the common Nintendo Swap or the Swap OLED mannequin, because it's geared toward an extra cell market. Consider it as extra like a Nintendo 3DS or much like a house video games console. A charging cable. The Nintendo Swap Lite console additionally comes with a charging cable and a wall plug. What ought I purchase alongside my Nintendo Swap system? Now that you understand what already comes together with your Nintendo Swap, Nintendo Swap Lite, and Nintendo Swap OLED mannequin, it is a good suggestion to contemplate which Nintendo Switch accessories chances are you'll want to purchase to go together with it. Listed below are a couple of strategies. Nintendo Swap video games. A sport console is not a lot enjoyable and not using a sport to play. You may both purchase spottily sport cartridges or purchase Nintendo Swap credit score to buy video games digitally through the Nintendo Game Store. Micro SD storage card. Each the Nintendo Swap and Nintendo Swap Lite have 32 GB of inside storage. That is sufficient to retailer a couple of video games, however when you intend on downloading a number of them, you will quickly run out of house. A micro SD storage card solves that subject, permitting you to retailer many extra video games and save information. The Swap OLED mannequin comes with 64 GB of inside storage, so you will have extra room to retailer video games. Extra PleasureCon controllers. For those who plan on enjoying a number of multiplayer video games, further Joy-Con controllers are a very good purchase. Whereas the Nintendo Swap PleasureCon's removable nature helps with some multiplayer video games, a whole set is a helpful further. That is much more so the case with the Nintendo Swap Lite, as you'll be able to detach the controllers. A carry case. Each consoles are transportable, which implies it is simple to scratch the edges and even the display screen when taking it with you. A carry case makes it safer to maneuver them round, plus you'll be able to retail or sport cartridges and different gadgets inside it. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe. Don't forget to share.